Okay. When the shit hits the fan, we're all coming to your house.
The hell you are. You better come with a bunch of freaking ammo, bunch of skills, because
Food.
you become my bitch if you come into my house.
That's how that goes.
Yeah.
Well, it's gonna be. It's not just a free for all. You're gonna be behind everybody if you haven't trained. You're not really gonna know the plans that are already set up. It's kind of one of those things where, yeah, it sounds like a great idea, even with family members. It sounds like a good idea, but at the same time, like you said, what are you bringing to the table? I've heard this argument a million different times. I hear some people say stuff like, well, we have a, here you go, sorry, you know, we don't have nothing else, we're gonna send someone on their way. It's kind of a nice idea. You always hear that back and forth about, well, then they're gonna start coming around for, you know, looking for a handout again. But the way I'm thinking is, if we put something together like that, oof, that would be it. Like, here's your stuff. Have a good
that's
life.
the thing. It's like, how far are you willing to go?
Yeah.
You know, when it comes to kids, you know, that's going to be a weak point for me. You know, I care more about the kids than I do the people that have the kids, because obviously they didn't think about, you know, taking care of their kids. So I kind of just want to slap the parents upside the head or something else. But, you know, it comes to, if it came to me and there was somebody that came up with kids, whether I knew them or didn't, it'd be like, here's a little bit of food. That's all I have. You come back here. There's going to be other consequences, though. I mean, you have to give an ultimatum. And the risk factor in that, though, is somebody saying, hey, they have food.
And then getting a group together to come back and try to get, and we hear that all the time and stuff.
That's where you get marauders, right?
Yeah, that's a whole nother video. That's a whole nother video. Dealing with marauders is going to be a whole different situation. This is going to be hungry people. It'll be kind of the same idea. But I think when they do, if someone does come to you, it's better to pre-warn them, I guess, is how I'm thinking. Or basically, you're not going to want to tell everybody you got stuff anyways. That's another thing.
And you want to make a presence, too. I mean, you're going to draw down on somebody.
Yeah, whoever comes through.
You're going to let them know your stance on the things. Because if you don't, I mean, you look like an easy target. You're causing more issues that you don't want. Whether it be a little issue or a big issue, it's still an issue. You don't want to have to, you know, waste ammo. You don't want to have to waste food. You don't want to have to,
just give that show of force.
Well, yeah, you don't want to have to even like think about like, are they coming back? You don't want to have that in the back of your mind to distract you from all the things you have to do around your homestead to make sure things are taken care of. So those are things you have to have a proper attitude. You have to have a proper, you know, mindset, because if you're gonna sit there and fold everybody, you know, I believe it's good to help people out, but how far is too far?
And being morally correct and proper. You don't just want to shoot everybody in the face that comes on the lawn.
That comes with good discernment, man. I mean, you gotta have that good discernment. But you know, if you have stuff even that says, you know, private property on your property to let people know. Yeah. If you have signs saying, you know, come to my property and you will be shot or met with force, whatever, it's already a warning sign, and you're gonna cause more people to go away from the situation. But then you're gonna have the bold people that are gonna come anyway. Yeah.
You're gonna say, "Ooh, those guys got guns. Maybe we can get them."
Yeah, that makes it fun for us, right? It gives us a challenge.
Practice.
Practice. So
for a big game.
Winner takes all, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So I don't even know a good piece of advice when someone says, "Oh man, when shit hits the fan, I'm coming to your house." Like, what's a good piece of advice you think that you would tell them?
No.
Like, don't come to my house. Like,
no.
Why would you come to my house? Yeah.
Either that, or if it's before.
Just in regular conversation, you've heard it before.
Oh yeah, I've heard SHTF. Like at the point of not having SHTF, you know, it's just a discussion of like, what ifs. And I've had people say, "Well, I'm coming here," and I said, "No, you're not." So what do you have to bring to the table? What kind of skill set? What kind of food do you have?
And why would you not be, at least since last year, even if you didn't start prepping? Or last year you may have bought a new gun, but have you practiced with it? Last year, have you practiced in a group? It's a lot different. Group dynamics are a little bit different than one person trying to hold a spot down.
What are you doing to protect what you already have? You know, that's one of the things I ask you too. What are you doing to protect what you have? You know, you may have the stuff and that's good, but how are you going to protect it?
Yeah, a plan, having some sort of a plan.
Yeah, if you have a bug out situation where you're going to bug out, is your stuff in the location already? Do you have something on the way?
Multiple locations.
Yeah, do you have a cache setup, you know, multiple cache setups, whatever, you know, on the way? Do you have a plan? You know, people get a plan going, have something to put down with your family. You know, we do, just at our house, this isn't even an SHTF, this is like, you know, fire drills. There's a fire that's going on.
Yeah.
How do they get out? Where do they go? Those kind of things. Also, we have a, you know, active shooter stuff that we practice with, you know, when the kids are sleeping. You know, they've been woke up in the middle of the night, and they have to learn how to deal with that situation. I mean, my oldest, you know, he's ready to rock and cocked to deal with this stuff. But again, you have to have them taught before doing those things too, so nobody gets blasted. You talk about stuff about where to shoot even. This is a whole different topic, but you know, you want to make sure you're not shooting in somebody else's room. But it's prepping, training, having those things ready.
Yeah.
You know, what do you have planned? What do you have ready?
Yep. Okay, well, if that's it, don't forget to subscribe. First time here, give us a thumbs up and let us know in the comments what you've told other people, if they've asked you, or if you're bugging in or bugging out, and have a good day.
Don't be a pansy.